Hello and welcome. This is Renegade Tom fighting to be your hero, and we have some patch notes to go through, and I've done a little bit of play testing on these things to get a better idea on what these changes have basically done to the different weapons and dynamics between them and that sort of thing. So I figured we'd do a live stream and I could put the information out there, share with you guys what I was able to figure out with my testing, and yeah, just kind of see where things go from there. So yeah, let's just go ahead and go over to that. So I think the way that I'm going to be doing this is to basically just go into the game right here. We'll just show a nice little picture of the weapon that we're talking about and just kind of go from there. So I know the game has its own sound and resonance, so we'll turn this this music down right here, and that should, yeah, that should just leave us with a nice hum of the background of the game. So yeah, well, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. And I know there's a lot of discussion about this. There has been, you know, some very heated stuff that's come out of, you know, these notes right here, some misconceptions, and there's a lot to talk about because the developers had come back and talk about a couple of things in here, and we'll discuss all of that. If you've missed the news, we'll get you up to date right here. And yeah, if you want to join live, then yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you on that. So all right, well, we'll first start off with the armor rating over 100. You know, it reduces damage to headshots, which would be really nice since the helmets don't really give you any stat bonuses anyways. And if you want to do a heavy build, you don't have that massive vulnerability. So that's going to be really nice. So let's talk about this exploding crossbow real quick. Now, when I tried this, it felt actually really good. And this is one of those things, a few of these things on this list, I don't have a lot of prior use of it. So it's kind of hard for me to tell you how it's changed and that sort of thing. And the exploding crossbow is going to be one of these few items where, I mean, I tested it afterward, and the changes to it didn't seem to make the weapon less useful or uninteresting or anything. It's actually really nice. And one of the really good things that I found about it, this increased stagger. The stagger on it is phenomenal. I was able to, you know, the explosion radius is really good against the Terminids. Had a whole bunch of them coming at me, and one shot will take care of all the little guys in the group, and then the big guys in the group need about 2 or 3 more shots in order to take them down, but they all freeze up and stop, allowing you time to continue to shoot them. And basically you could do crowd control with the exploding crossbow. Now, one of the things I thought the exploding crossbow would be good for is what all crossbows in games are good for, and that is stealth. You know, you'd be able to shoot at someone or shoot at a group of enemies, and it won't necessarily raise the alarm because they don't know where the shot came from. Unfortunately, that's not the case in this game. They know exactly where that shot came from, and they will immediately sound the alarm. So, you know, it doesn't really help with any kind of stealth mechanics, but for an explosion weapon, it is pretty nice if that's what you're going for. So decreased number of mags to 12, and we see this with a couple of these weapons. Increase from the resupply from 6 to 8. So basically, you know, 1 resupply is going to fill up the entire thing, and 8 seemed fair. It seemed fair. I was able to get a lot of work in with it. Slight reduction in ergonomics. Once again, I can't really say what the change of experience in that is personally. So yeah, so, you know, ergonomics, for those who don't know what ergonomics is, that is just basically how easy it is to use something, right? Like typically when speaking of like the ergonomics of a handgun, that means that the grip on the handgun, you know, may fit into your palm easier. So I think this just has to do with how wieldy or less wieldy it is in the game. Maybe they made it slightly less wieldy. I didn't seem to have any issue with it. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay, so quasar cannon. You know what, let's see here, that quasar cannon, let's go ahead and go to, you know what, that's a support weapon. I think we can we'll cover all the support weapons next. Let's go ahead and cover these, since that way I don't have to go between panels. Yeah, so a bit of talk too about that. I have my ideas on what this does for the game. I do think this is a good idea, but we'll get to that in just a second. But let's talk about the adjudicator, the BR14 adjudicator. Now pretty sure that's this guy right here. Let's go ahead. There we go. Look at that. So a gun that when I first tried using this when it came out was absolutely terrible. Very unwielding. I could not And like most people, I think everyone kind of agreed that the recoil was so bad with this gun, you couldn't use it like an assault rifle. It made it very difficult to use as a long-range weapon, and it seemed like it was supposed to kind of bridge the gap between those two things and be good with their medium armor penetration for taking out things like Devastators. whether they're at close range or long range. After testing this out, once these changes were made, the reduced recoil came in clutch. This makes it so much easier to use. Actually felt a lot better, and I can see potentially bringing this with something like maybe the heavy machine gun or something. I might do some testing with it after this, some more testing with it. But I was using it, and it seemed to be a good counter against things like Devastators. But I wouldn't bring this into something like a Terminid mission, just because that ammo capacity isn't good enough for really controlling the, the massive crowds that you get with all the Terminids, the constant fighting of just running around. It seems like this is going to be a much better weapon for the automatons, and yeah, I actually kind of enjoyed using it. So let's see here, increased. Yeah, this is getting the same treatment with this, with the exploding crossbow got. Starting in full auto isn't a big deal, but really this increased magazine from 6 to 8. Actually, that's really, really nice, because yeah, the lack of ammo capacity was bad enough, but the reduced recoil really helped it out. Yeah, so I advise giving this another shot if you haven't. It felt really good. So let's go to another weapon that is not a support weapon. Let's just cover all the regular ones. So the Punisher Plasma. Now this one was really interesting. So where is this guy at? Should be in the shotguns, right? Isn't that where it's at? Punisher. Am I wrong? Or is it in energy weapons? Oh, they moved it, didn't they? Which one is it? There it is. Okay. So Punisher Plasma. All right, so this right here, decreased mags from 12 to 8. So I never really used the Punisher Plasma a lot. I used it like once before, and the thing that I really didn't like about it was that you lob these projectiles, but they're really slow, and it just felt like, I want to be able to kill things more quickly with it. But the way they've changed this now is I feel like they've answered that problem. So we've got so the decreased damage fall off, but here we go. The just increasing this, I had no idea. I couldn't have articulated this beforehand, but after using it, and I used it on a Terminid mission, just the fact that the projectile speed is so much faster, you can just really litter the enemy with these things. It adds to your precision, makes it a lot more devastating weapon. Of course, you don't want to use it on anything near you, and there is a glitch. If you have the energy shield, the little personal shield bubble on you, and you use this weapon, it will now blow up against your own shield. So I'm pretty sure that is going to be something that they have to fix. But yeah, aside from that, as long as you don't have the energy shield on, it was actually a bit more fun if you want to do some good AoE damage at close to mid-range, but not too close. This actually is not a bad option. So yeah, that was pretty nice. Let's go to the Arc Blitzer. Oh yeah, so this I've been looking forward to dealing with these arc weapons a bit more. Where is? Yeah, here we go. I'm already there. Look at that. Speaking of shotguns. So let's see here. So the Arc Blitzer, I've been using this before, and it's nice that you have the infinite ammo capacity. It's not good against heavy targets. It's supposed to be good against crowd control, but there's a few problems with these energy-based weapons right now in general, at least these electric ones. They sometimes shoot and you shot right at the thing or just above it like you were supposed to, and it still just kind of does nothing. So there's still misfiring. That is in the notes of something they need to fix. But aside from that misfiring from time to time, being able to shoot this much faster makes a massive difference for it to accomplish its job of actually just clearing out enemies. And even with that problem of it misfiring from time to time, and I don't have the ship module yet upgraded that allows it to arc one additional time. I think it's going to be real looking forward to reviewing these after that, because I think they're going to be even more viable. But it was working. Like, for the first time, it actually felt like a competent weapon being able to shoot it this fast. Yeah, so anyways, if you're willing to give that a shot again, this is another weapon I'd recommend picking up. But I probably do a lot more with it once I upgrade the ship module and try to get a little bit more out of my arc weapons here. So okay, so we got the R36 Eruptor. I don't think there's gonna be too much to say about this. I don't even know if I did much testing on this one, to be honest with you. Where is that? I forget which one the Eruptor is. Let's find the Eruptor real quick, guys. Pretty sure it's not going to be one of these guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I know exactly what the eruptor is. Oh yeah, there is a bit to talk about with this. Okay, so yeah, this is a weapon that is causing some problems right now, and the devs have already talked about it. So they've already brought up that apparently when you're shooting at things, the explosion on this is sending out shrapnel that is actually taking out the player. So it looks like ricochet, but it's not. So if you're getting killed by your own eruptor right now, just know that they are planning on taking away that shrapnel effect and adding more damage to the shot itself. So that's going to be something that is yeah, so this is gonna be something they plan on doing. So it's a little bit broken right now, but you know, it should be fixed here shortly. They may have to adjust, you know, this phrase right here, but yeah, it's broken currently. They're going to work on upgrading it and fixing it. So yeah, I would just bench the eruptor for now. You can use some other things. Let's see here. We got this sickle decrease. This doesn't really matter. Where's our sickle? Where is our sickle? Right here. I don't think this really matters at all. Honestly, I never really used more than a couple magazines, you know, of overcharging it. I mean, technically I have infinite ammo. It did always feel weird that you had so many different mags for it. It's like, what was even the purpose of that? So this actually makes you a little bit more conscientious of not overcharging the gun. But 3 is still plenty, and you find ammunition all the time. So not gonna be a big deal there. The scythe though, the scythe is finally viable. I definitely recommend picking this guy up again, because the scythe is it just could not do, you know, it's interesting how just 50, you know, more damage makes it so much better weapon. It was just, you know, you would try to cut through just even small things, and it took so long to do it, and now it actually works the way it kind of worked in the first game. This is one of my favorite weapons to bring the first game, because you could just carve right through like all the little stuff, and then you could bring something bigger for obviously medium to larger enemies. But you know, even medium enemies, this is still putting in some work, and you know, is a much better weapon for, I would say, controlling terminids. Maybe if you go to an icy terminid planet, this might be a good one to bring and give it another shot, because I was shooting at some of the eggs. I don't know how good of a comparison this is, but with the senator, the revolver, it took about 3 shots to destroy the eggs on the mission, where you have to turn off these oh, I can't even think of the terminate control systems. You gotta turn them off, and these eggs everywhere. So it takes 3 shots from the senator. It also takes 3 seconds from the scythe. So that's kind of a good damage comparison that I was able to find, and which is some pretty good damage now. So yeah. So oh, the railgun. Railgun is a support weapon. We'll get to that one in just a second. So it's heavy machine gun, diligence, counter, sniper. All right, let's go to these guys. So they're gonna be in our explosive category. All right, so these guys right here, we got the diligence and the diligence counter sniper, and basically all that's happening with these guys is they have increased damage. So if you enjoy using these, well, it should you know, should hit a lot harder. So the ergonomics are improved in this, and I saw someone using, because I don't really have much of frame reference. Usually in these games I stick with you know, I stick with the more mid-range, close range stuff, and I usually I don't lean towards sniping in games like this, but you know, so I don't have a lot of you know, previous experience to compare this to. But I was watching some other people who were reviewing who had better experience, and they were saying the ergonomics were improved drastically. Like it makes this weapon so much more much easier just to line your shots up real quick and take out the enemy. So if you like sniping, I might give this a shot as well. Maybe we'll do that today. Just some guy. Love me some sickle. Absolutely. It is a fantastic gun. No real nerf to it by taking away a few of the mags. We weren't using those mags anyway. So yeah, thanks for joining. Okay, so let's keep on talking here about these different things. We got diligence right here. Basically just a lighter version of this. If you want to bring it against light armor or medium armor, honestly, I think the diligence counter sniper is going to be getting most of the usefulness anyways. Okay, so Redeemer, slight increase in recoil. Let's see here. The Redeemer, I'm pretty sure these are secondary weapons, are they not? Yeah, secondary. So I think this basically, you know, debuff. I think this just because everyone is bringing the Redeemer as just a default. It's seen as an upgraded version of the Peacemaker. And these weapons are not meant to be necessarily upgrades from one to the next, with just a couple of exceptions. It seems like they don't want the Redeemer to be an exception in this way. You bring it for high fire rates, so they made it a little bit more unwieldy. I think what this does is it doesn't affect its usefulness against Terminids, because Terminids are all over the place anyways. If they're right up on top of you and you got to bring this pistol out, you just spray them anyways and you should be able to be just fine. It's going to be a little bit harder to use this Redeemer against the automatons now, if you're trying to use it to snipe out their heads or that sort of thing, if they're kind of like medium close range from you. So you might want to bring now the Peacemaker, which has had its damage increase by 15. This little guy that you probably haven't used since you were just a brand new recruit. So which is nice. I might try this out again. I don't even remember, like how well it worked before. But yeah, I would say that this is now a decent option. Maybe you bring this against the automatons and you bring the Redeemer against the Terminids, if you're wanting that type of or that style of pistol. But we have another pistol in here that has basically been just made completely new, and that is the Senator right here. We have our good old Western side piece, nice 6-shooter. So this is, not only does it gets a damage increase, but now when you shoot it, you want to make sure you empty it completely, because now you get a speed reloader if it is empty, and that is I've used it several times. How fast you can actually reload it now is very, very nice. It's now, I'd say before it was basically unusable in my opinion. It made it very difficult to use. But now I would say, yeah, this is not only a really heavy hitting weapon, but you can reload it really quickly, and it doesn't leave you high and dry after you expend the ammo. So very, very nice. I can see a lot of people getting better with this, because this is one of the nice things you can do with the Senator is if you bring the ballistic shield and you're going against the automatons, and you can just shoot at the weak points at the automatons like a Devastator. You can hide behind that shield, line up your shot, and easily, if you get hit them in the head, you're going to pretty much put down most of those Devastators really quickly. So yeah, so this is good. This can be a really fun way of dealing with Devastators. All right, so we got another pistol here. We got the Dagger. I would say for my use of it, it's a little bit better. I don't know if I would use it over maybe the Senator or Redeemer or anything like that, because this would be something to use. Well, I mean, you could use it against the Terminids. You could use it in a lot of things. Ice Planets obviously would be really nice for it. I have seen people use this for the same purpose I just talked about with the Senator. They have the ballistic shield out and they're firing it directly at the Devastator's head and trying to, and so it does do that a little bit faster. It was a bit more difficult last time before this update. So yeah, play around with it, mess around with it, bring it on Ice Planet, and if you do actually burn out the ammo, you get I'm pretty sure you get 5 right here, and it's very quick to reload, so not too big of a deal right there if you overcharge it. And then we've got the Liberator and Liberator Concussive. Let's go to these old school assault rifles. Here we go. Liberator. Well, that's the Penetrator. These two right here. So differences we now see with these guys: damage increase from 55 to 60 with the Liberator, and Liberator Concussive damage increase from 55 to 65. Now I will say, to my shame, I've never actually really given this one a shot. It seems like a really good support weapon if you're on a team and you're communicating with everyone, like say, hey, I'm going to bring this guy, so whenever we come across a patrol or a group of enemies, I'm just going to stagger them as much as possible with this weapon, and you guys rain fire on top of them. So with team tactics, I could see this as being a really good support weapon for the team. Probably not, I mean, I haven't really fully explored it, but probably less useful, especially compared to your other options for going solo. So yeah, and your Liberator right here, I may have to give this one a shot again. It's such a nice weapon. Increasing damage, maybe that'll get more people using it. It just feels very vanilla to be using it, honestly. There's so many other really cool options So let's well, it looks like they want people to try and use those more again. All right, so we got the Dominator. Now the Dominator had a huge damage increase in the last update, which made it very viable. I don't think anyone was using it. Oh yeah, of course, it's right over here. Jar 5 Dominator. It's kind of, you know, it was shooting jet propelled rounds, so the rounds kind of fire slow, but hits really hard. A lot of people enjoying this weapon. They tapered down the damage just a little bit. I think it should still just be very viable for what it's for. Yeah, so it's you know, just a little bit of reduction there. Looks like maybe they overdid it and they're just trying to taper it back a little bit, so you know, correcting their a mistake they did on the last one. So all right, these let's talk about these rovers real quick. Actually, we talk about the rovers yet? I think we get, okay, yeah, we'll get into those when we get into the stratagems. Let's go ahead and move over to the other panel, because now we're going to talk about these support weapons. And we'll start with the Quasar Cannon. In order to do that, let's go ahead and go over to them. Welcome aboard the Hammer of Liberty, everybody. So let's talk about these guys. Where are we? We got the Quasar Cannon. Is it here? Am I not seeing it, or is it down somewhere? Here we go. I think it's down here. I don't remember where I bought it from. Okay, Quasar Cannon. So this guy basically replaced the recoilless cannon entirely, or recoilless rifle. I mean, replaced it entirely. I mean, why would you bring that when you can just shoot this as rapidly as you could shoot it? But I can see the reason they balanced it. Some people are saying, well, the community was overhyping it. I think it was a bit better. I think it was a bit more of a intentional decision than just, you know, nerfing something that the community really liked. I think what this does with the weapon is that it gives you two different styles for your anti-large. So you can actually balance, you can actually make a decision between bringing this versus the recoilless. So I do have a video here. Let me open this video up. This will be good. So let me go to this. And see if I can find it. Say here, I'll find it off screen real quick. Actually, I could find it right here. So I went to test out some of these things. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's make this big here. So basically, the 10 seconds before was a bit of a wait time, but you can fire it, even keep it out as you kind of ran around a little bit, or you know, switch to another weapon, you know, while it cools down so you can use it again. But let's just compare the time on this and just waiting that out. This is a long time. Basically, now when you use this weapon, you fire it once, you put it away, you continue the fight, you come back to this weapon, you know, after about 15 seconds. But yeah, look at all that time. This is definitely not something you would want to bring against the Terminids. Now look how many more shots you can do with a recoilless in about that same amount of time. So let's see how long it takes to do this here. And I'm just basically gonna just fire this as fast as I can. There we go. And so if you're wanting to be able to lay down a lot of shots very quickly, the recoilless is going to be better for that. And I mean, obviously that was the case before, but it really does, with the amount of time you have to wait with the Quasar Cannon now, it really does give you a lot more of a strategic thing that you have to plan out on what you're trying to achieve. Maybe this is going to be better against the Terminids, whereas the Quasar Cannon is still really good at taking out distant towers, or if you're going to go against the bunkers, you know, with the automatons, I would say that you know, you're not needing to reload and just it's always reloading in the background. The Quasar Cannon is still really good for that kind of scenario. So it just depends on what it is that you're trying to achieve, but now you got to actually balance the two out. And I think that's kind of the spirit of the game here, is they want you to, Quasar was not meant to replace the recoilless. It was just meant to be a different style, a different play style, or a different strategy to accomplish the same thing as the recoilless. So yeah, you know, once again, I would say also this is probably really good for people who are kind of you know, playing solo on like Helldive difficulty, and they're just running around anyways. They're not trying to stay into a fight. So yeah, it can be really useful for that still. Let's talk about the laser cannon. The laser cannon was right here. Talk about this guy real quick. Let me make sure I put this away so that we can see the YouTube. Perfect. Well, here we go. All right, so laser cannon, slightly increased damage and slightly reduced damage versus large volume bodies. Now, I tried this out. I just recently did the get good with the ballistic shield and advised that the laser cannon was one of the best options that I found, right up there next to the AMR. And I just think that it's just slightly better in that particular build than the AMR. Not necessarily better than the AMR in general. The AMR is a really good weapon. But yeah, so with the laser cannon, one of the things that was really nice about it is how easily you could take the rocket pods off of Devastators, and how you can use it to help what they're showing in this, or in that image, the Berserkers, as you're running back and trying to, just kind of firing it without aiming and hitting them around the hip area, and doing some good damage that way without having to waste some ammunition. It is even better for doing both of those things. It is a little bit more efficient at taking out those rocket pods. Sometimes that could be, if you're not really getting a steady stream on the rocket pod, maybe there's a lot of smoke and you're just kind of, shooting wildly at it, it's a little bit harder to get them. It made it easier for that. It made it easier for taking out things if you can get a headshot. What I will say is, and this is one of the things I was concerned about, when you're going up against the factory striders, the big AT-ATs, so normally one full charge before this update at the belly midsection of those things would put the entire factory down. And that did feel kind of cheesy, I'll be honest, but I was, glad that it was very effective. It's still very effective, not even more effective against taking off the Gatling guns on its chin, but now it takes about 2 full charges from what I could see. I took down 2 of them with them, and needing that long to put down a factory strider, if you're doing the mission by yourself, basically it's taking so long that you have to aggro a lot of enemies in the process, and it turns into a big fight. At least it did for me both times, for both striders I took down. So it is a little less effective at countering those factory striders than it was, but it's still an effective tool. It can be used to take down factory striders. So especially if you're in a team fight and it's distracted on someone, you can jump down and get that shot at its belly. And about 2 full charges is about what it takes now to take it down. So it is a significant reduction versus large-bodied enemies. So yeah, it's just so you know. Let's see here. We've got the Punisher Plasma Blitzer. We've already covered those. Where is the railgun? Let's talk about the railgun. So this was interesting. Let's find it real quick. Where's my railgun here? I went past it, didn't I? There it is. There it is. Okay. So the railgun is, it says increased armor penetration in both safe mode and unsafe mode. Stagger force slightly reduced. My main way to test this was to basically put it up against a charger. And when this was meta, basically you could shoot a charger in the leg with a full charge once, and it would blow the armor off of it. Actually, maybe it was in safe mode that you could do that. Well, anyways, since they nerfed it, it takes about 2 full charges, and if you don't really get those 2 full charges on the leg, sometimes it would take 3 full charges. It now very comfortably takes 2 full charges. It was a bit more consistent on that, and it was also the main thing that it changed, because it won't allow it to basically get to the level that it once was. I think the best part about this change is the safe mode. With the safe mode, I was able to one-shot kill any of the medium terminated enemies, any of the bottle spewers, as long as I hit them in the head in safe mode, which is really nice. Any of these medium enemies like they're showing right there, and just one shot in safe mode against their head, and that's it. Their head is gone. So, and it felt really good to use it for that as well. So it's a bit more effective in safe mode, I would say, to countering those medium enemies. When going up against the automatons, it really doesn't make a difference. It would already one-shot a Hulk as long as you hit him in the head, and one-shot most things as so long as you had a full charge or close to full charge. against the automaton. So I'd say it makes it a bit more viable to use on the Terminid front in safe mode, so you don't always have to have it in unsafe mode if you want to run around and just basically use it to counter those medium enemies. And against the battle spears, it's really nice that you don't have to have it in unsafe mode to get that for sure one-shot kill. So it did get improved, but only slightly, and I think it's a fair improvement on it. I definitely don't think people are going to be running back to it as the new meta for sure. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this heavy machine gun. So I've been doing some testing on the heavy machine gun. I don't think it is right here. It is right here. Look at that, beautiful. So the heavy machine gun, third person crosshair enabled. Just so you guys know, if you didn't, I do have a video for it, but I don't think you need to see it. So I guess you can see right here in this video they have, you only get something that is showing your, so right here, there's nothing that's showing an aim. Now this is obviously just a video kind of showing off the weapon, but that's how using it was before. You had to go into first person view to know where the bullets were going. Otherwise you had to basically just waste ammunition trying to find where the bullets were going by just starting to shoot it if you didn't go into first person view. This weapon, I'm finding out, is a good weapon to bring against the automatons and not the Terminids. The Terminids already have two great machine guns that can be used on that front. This can basically rip through Devastators and just a ton of stuff very, very quickly if those things get close to you. And so it's a good backup weapon for basically just unloading and ripping something apart. And it's really nice if you don't have to go into first person view to actually be able to see the target reticle. Now there's a target reticle there, a little dot with two lines on either side of it, so you can aim in third person view. It definitely needed that because that's kind of how it's supposed to be used, is jetpacking in on top of some Devastators and just annihilating them. So a lot of fun. Well, I'm still working on that video and getting more information for it, but that's some of the stuff I found with that. So that's really, really nice. Let's see here. Diligence, let's see if we got any more support weapons here. We went through these and all those. Guard dogs. Let's talk about some guard dogs real quick. Now, guard dog Rover was a replacement to the guard dog. Unfortunately, it basically made the guard dog completely ineffective. Are they going to be in two different places? I guess they're going to be in two different places. Yeah, so we got the guard dog Rover right here. As everyone knows, once you unlock this, you never went back to the guard dog because the guard dog would run out of ammunition very, very quickly. And one of the reasons it would run out of ammunition very, very quickly, let's go over to it. Let's see if we can find it. I'm pretty sure that's our jump pack. Is he over here? They're not gonna be over here. Maybe I was pretty close to it and just didn't see it. Maybe. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, it's weird they're not in the same thing. Okay, so we have the guard dog here. Now the things that they did here, the guard dog Rover, since everyone was using it, its damage was decreased, and I really think this change is fair. And the guard dog, the damage is increased. So what this basically does for the guard dog is, since it has that limited ammunition, by allowing it to hit harder, it doesn't need as much ammo to take down a target, so it can take out more targets with the limited ammo capacity that it has. So it lasts longer with that extra damage to it. At least that's how it felt when I was using it. And so this is now that choice you have to make between the two of them. Do you want a personal turret that is basically hitting the enemies harder, but you have to be concerned about the amount of ammunition that it has. You have to be hitting those ammo resupplies often in order to make sure it's always working. Or do you want to bring something that's always doing consistent damage, but it's doing less damage? I would say that the guard dog Rover is probably really good if you're trying to counter Terminids, because you always want that consistent damage, cleaning hunters and all the small things off of you, so you don't have to worry about them, don't have to worry about shooting them. It also gets your back. If you want something that is going to counter a bit harder, maybe against the automatons or even against, can't remember the name of the invisible guys, but if those things are trying to sneak up on you, guard dog is going to hit them a bit harder, and so that's going to be a nice little choice that you get to make now. It's nice when the players have more choices on their loadout instead of always just picking one over the other, because it's a replacement, quote unquote replacement. So yeah, I think that expands the viability of the guard dog in a fun way. Let's see here. I think, oh yeah, and burning damage reduce. I was able to stem a little bit easier, I guess. I get hit with a flamethrower Hulk a couple times when testing this new stuff, and I was able to react a little bit. You still have to react very, very quickly. Like the fire damage will still kill you exceedingly fast, but at least now you have that extra second, you know, of response to try and stem yourself or jump to the ground before you're just instantly dead. So that is nice that they did that. Okay, let's talk about stratagems a little bit here. We got the machine gun sentry. Speaking of a gun that truly has been replaced by another gun, so the Gatling sentry, there's no reason to bring the machine gun sentry over the Gatling sentry, and I don't know if there's anything they could ever do to fix that. I guess it is nice that if you want 2 machine gun style sentries out at a time, I mean, heck, you could bring the guard dog and put both of these things down, and you got 3 personal turrets. You know, so if you wanted to do that, the machine gun sentry now has its health increased, so it's more like the Gatling sentry and other sentries. That's basically what the notes are here for it. So the increased health to match other sentries. I don't think that it's going to make it more viable to necessarily use, but I do think that's going to help early game players who you know, they don't want their sentries being destroyed so quickly. So that's kind of an early game buff, I would say. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they ever do something different with it down the road. So Tesla Tower, I will tell you something about the Tesla Tower. It has a very, very useful function other than wiping out your own teammates. So the Tesla Tower, and this will also get a buff when we get this. So this is probably gonna be the next thing I do right here. You know, when firing these arc weapons, the lightning jumps between additional enemy. That's gonna be really, really nice. Also makes it a bit more dangerous for your team. But these Tesla towers right here, so one of the best uses I've found for these is that if you're going solo and you want to be able to get to an objective and you want to try and take out everything at that objective, if there isn't a charger or Hulk already there or a tank, you know, it's just medium to small enemies, and you're afraid that if you run in there and you go guns a-blazing, that someone is going to call in reinforcements, and now you're in a fight, you're by yourself, and that's the last thing you want to do. So you could throw this at objectives from a distance, and it'll aggro the enemies. They'll all run up to it, and not a single one will call in reinforcements because it just doesn't trigger that in their AI. So you can clear an objective. Well, if there's a charger, the charger is going to knock it down. And if there's a lot of enemies at objective, they're going to try and chew through it. So the fact that it has its health increased allows it to be used for that function a lot easier, since I would say it's probably the best thing you use it for. I mean, it's really hard to use it in a defensive way. You can use it to cover your retreat, but if you're retreating, that's probably because there's a charger or something big behind you, which will knock it down. I haven't tried it against a charger to see if it'll survive a charge. My assumption is that it won't. But at least if a horde of guys are on top of it between its bursts, maybe it'll well, now it should last a little bit longer and achieve that you know, objective clearing kind of a strategy a little bit more. So that's really, really nice. 33% is not nothing, right? It's not nothing. Okay, so we have the airburst rocket launcher. They fixed that. Yeah, so that was killing a lot of Helldivers. So I would say go to a high place, shoot down on targets, and you're gonna have a better time with this. Or just bring you know, the cluster, you know, Eagle 1 cluster bombs. There we go. So reduce proximity radius. Yeah, that should help. That should help. So yeah, they've got these different things right here, and I just want to point out this last part right here. We have, let's see here. There is, yeah, these things right here. These are the 3 that I'm most concerned about. So there's definitely a lot of stuff here that you can go through. Different things with the enemies, different things that they fixed as far as crashes are concerned, and all that stuff's important. You know what, I will say this. Let's talk about the gameplay stuff real quick. So the shots that ricochet, covered that a little bit. They already said that it's the shrapnel from some of these explosive weapons that are killing a lot of Helldivers. It's not the ricochet. I haven't been hit with a ricochet since the update. Yeah, so that hasn't really come up for me, but if you're using explosives that are using shrapnel, you might be getting hit by the shrapnel. So yeah, you could be careful with that. It's nice that we get the raise the flag missions on a little bit higher difficulties. Kind of missed that from the lower ones. And then let's see here. I think that should be good right here. None of the rest of this is really oh yeah, I guess this is no, hold up, there's something around here. Enemy patrols, that's it. Just so you guys know, if you were playing by yourself, you were getting a the enemy was nerfed, and unintentionally, but you were only getting a sixth, not a fourth of enemy patrols when you were by yourself. So it was always supposed to be a fourth. So this increase is not meant to punish you for playing by yourself. It's just meant to give the correct enemy account. You were getting less than before. So now you can have the full pride when you clear a mission going solo, full pride of knowing that you were going against the enemy at their appropriate amount of patrols and not a nerfed amount. So I know that caused some confusion yesterday. Or like they didn't give this explanation when they first put this out. It just sounded like they were punishing players who were playing it by themselves. So it's good that they've clarified this. They're not out against you for going solo. It's just something that had to be fixed. So shouldn't be too big of a deal. Usually when you're solo, you're trying to avoid patrols anyways. So let's see here. These are the things I want to talk about real quick. So especially from that spear video. Now let's just start from the top here. Anti-material rifle. I really hope of all the things they fixed, there should be an update, a hotfix update this week. From what I've heard, when that comes out, we'll cover this stuff a little bit more. But the AMR rifle being misaligned, everyone's aware of that. Who uses it? You have to aim like down to the right a little bit or up to the right a little bit, something like that, in order to actually hit the target where you want. Yeah, it just makes the gun less fun, right? So hopefully that gets fixed soon. Arc weapons sometimes behave inconsistently. Covered that earlier. That's always a bummer when you shoot and the enemies are just still standing there. It's like it's a point blank shot. I don't know why it's not hitting. And then the spear's testing is inconsistent. I'm sorry, targeting is inconsistent. And then they give specifically what they mean about that, making it hard to lock onto larger enemies. Don't be surprised if it still behaves against structures the way that I talked about in that Get Good with the spear video. I really hope they make it, to where you can still hit a target even if there's only a half wall. But unfortunately, well, the thing that they're really focused on here is the larger enemies, at least what they're saying. And this is something that is technically fixed. The devs talked about this. They just haven't been able to implement it into the game yet. So it hasn't been implemented into this patch. Hopefully it will be in the hotfix patch that comes out later this week. And when it does, we will test it for that. But with the larger enemies, I think the issue that's going on is I think that the sight box, it targets on the image, right? And it needs to see the full image or almost like 99% of the image, which makes it, it's designed to be, as a matter of fact, let's go to it. Well, let's read about this spear, because the targeting is supposed to be somewhat challenging. And that is part of the balance of the spear. All right, an anti-tank homing missile, which must lock onto its target before launch, effective against large and armed enemies. So it says this here. They've said before that, some people may not want to use it because the lock is not, it takes some work to get a lock. What they show here is how effective it is at just taking out all these large enemies. And unfortunately, the sight box for these enemies isn't the full enemy itself. Like with the factory striders, I think it's just the square box on the inside. So its own legs get in the way of that sight picture. And so unless you're directly, parallel to it or perpendicular to it, I guess is a better way of saying it, you're not going to, it's not going to lock onto it, even though there's a clear sight between you and the actual enemy. So that's really the big problem with the spear right now, is hitting these larger enemies. And I even said in the video, I would consider it secondary function, and it's less efficient and less effective against larger enemies. If they could change that to where it's just effective against larger enemies, like they're showing here, that would be fantastic. So like this currently will not lock on to that when it's slightly behind that hill right there. There's no way you're going to lock on to that. So yeah, hopefully that fix comes in this week, and yeah, we'll have some fun with that. So I think the rest of the stuff should be, yeah, that pretty much covers all that news. Let's go ahead and get into some gaming here. So we're already at the game. I'm thinking, let's see here. I'm thinking that we can either do this. We can either do a little bit of some game testing that I'm already doing with a heavy machine gun. And actually, let's get out of this real quick. Since the community and myself, everybody has universally hated this weapon when it came out, perhaps we'll just use this. Maybe I'll do what I was saying earlier. I'll equip this. We'll bring the heavy machine gun. We'll go after some automatons and do this. So let me try to make sure here. Let's see. Maybe I have to switch over to this. I'm gonna switch over to this real quick. Hello, you guys can see me again. Let me make sure I can get something up here. Fix some settings real quick. Oh, you know what? There is one more thing I want to show you guys. So they've actually made a way for you to not accidentally climb on top of your ammo boxes anymore. So yeah, let's see. Okay, I've got that. It's good to go. Well, let's go ahead and let's improve. Actually, I don't know if we could change the settings. Change the settings to where it might not be the best visual quality, but I should be able to get your responses pretty quick. I know this game is a fast-moving game, so if you guys type in something, we want it to be near where what you were talking about. But yeah, let me show you guys this. This is really, really interesting here. All right, so if you go into the settings here, here we go. Here we go. If you want to stop climbing on ammo boxes, this is all you have to do. So this was recently added. So toggle auto climb. So see how it's on yes. So long as I'm sprinting, it's going to automatically climb on a climbable space. So all you got to do is toggle this to no, and that should fix the whole issue of trying to get ammunition and you know, you instead just jump on top of the ammunition instead of actually getting it and wasting your time with that. Which does mean that if you're running up to a wall or something, now you need to hit spacebar if you're going to actually vault over it. So I'm going to give this a shot. You know, it'd be a really nice quality of life improvement right there. And I think, you know, unless you guys want to do some, if you guys are free to do some gaming, just let me know in the chat, and we can just party up. But otherwise, I can just keep it on friends only for now. We can do a solo mission here. I think, hold up. Can I get out of this? There we go. All right, let's try this.
Liberty's enemies march ever closer.
We've got, I have Tyler's playing. Very nice.
The enemy is attempting to seize one of our planets.
Up on later. Let's see here. Let's go against some automatons real quick. Ooh, fire planets suck. But I think that's pretty much all we have on this front. Let's go over here. Deal with some volcanic activity. Actually, this might work out. Let's try that. By myself, hell dive against automatons using experimental weapons, probably just going to lead to me dying a bunch. So let's tone it down just a little bit. And I think we're just going to jump into someone's, we could just jump into someone's match here. Let's try and help someone out. They have 3 out of 4. And let's pick something else here.
One mission more.
Let's see, we could set off a nuke. Let's do that. Let's do some heavy machine gun testing, everybody. I can also do this.
Jump complete.
Okay.
Hellpods prime.
Right, and then we'll basically take. I'm gonna bring my face into view here. How's that? Is that gonna work? All right, that should work. Okay, perfect. Let's do this then. Go over here. Perfect. Okay. So the idea the idea behind this heavy machine gun is that you know, we can't really use it until we're on top of something, and it's kind of one of those things where you have all this power when you actually have a full clip. You can turn those RPMs up all the way and just do a lot of work. So it feels really, really good, but then you have to about 5 seconds that you need to reload it, which against the Terminids is a long time because they're always on top of you. But against the automatons, you can usually retreat back or get behind something and be just fine. So let's go ahead and find this thing here. Here we go. Heavy machine gun. I think I'm going to get, I think I'm going to bring the jump pack this time. I've been bringing the supply pack with it, and that's nice, but you find so much ammunition that it shouldn't be that big of a deal because you're not using it constantly for everything. You're not using it to just mow down all the little guys. You should be bringing other things to mow down the little guys. Actually, you know what? In the spirit of that, let's get rid of this. Let's go ahead. Let's try out the, no, not guard dog rover. Where's my regular guard dog? Here it is. All right, we're going to do the guard dog. Let's do something for tanks. And that. Pretty standard little loadout there. Let's make sure grenade pistol's really nice. Yeah, I think we're going to keep that grenade pistol. Use the adjudicator. Giving this another shot. Like I said, I used it once before and it felt a lot better. Let's get some stun grenades. Something to hold down those hulks. So I think I've done a little bit of testing with this against hulks using the heavy machine gun, and it looks like, and I'm going to keep trying to replicate this, is you don't aim directly at their face after you stun them. You aim just above it, and if you do that, it seems like all the rounds will then just go straight to the face and you can kill them very quickly. I did it once, so I need to repeat it in order to actually see whether or not it was just a glitch or maybe it was just prior injured. Okay, let's do this. Oh yeah, new balance patch, or bounce patches, yeah, or one patch with new balances. Just some guy and Julian. You guys want to join me on this mission? If you guys want to join me, you just jump on in. The water is warm. Let's see. I guess you guys can, well, yeah, let me, if you want to jump in, we'll I'll connect to you guys on Discord, and or we'll just do the in-game chat, whichever one. I think this should be good. So yeah, let's just ready up. So we got good armor, lightweight armor. I can carry extra grenades, and we can also you know, lay down and get reduced recoil, which will help with the heavy machine gun. Just getting out of work. Aw, sad face. Sad face indeed. All right. Gosh, this opening is always so motivational. When your stamina is depleted, your stamina speed is slower and your accuracy is worse. Well, that's a good thing. I didn't even really think about that. I didn't know your accuracy was worse when your stamina was depleted. You are Super Earth's elite. Never forget that. Love it. Well, I just say hello. Well, I appreciate it, Julian. All right, we're gonna find a place here to get our stuff. Test it out. Have some fun.
All the galaxy looks to you for salvation. Let nothing stand in the way of liberty.
Should be good. You know what? I'm gonna need this, aren't I? Uh-oh. I hear nonsense. Here, where are we at with this? We'll keep it on that. We'll keep it on auto. I can control my own bursts. Okay, so my idea here is the guard dog will take care of all these little things, especially if my ammo's depleted with my heavy machine gun. Otherwise, my heavy machine gun will just rip through everything. So I'm going to leave it at these high RPMs. My idea so far, and this may change when we actually make the video, once I do some more playtesting, my idea here is to oh yeah, there we go. There we go. So I think the guard dog did all the work on that. Here we go.
Get some! Get some!
Yeah, that's right. All right. So I don't even know what I was saying here. Well, I'll need that. Okay, so they got a few guys up there. They're looking for us. Let's say hello. Oh, that's not gonna hit him. Oh, I hit 3.
Bag's empty.
Oh, they freaking sniped me in the head. I don't have a ballistic shield. You know what? Maybe the energy shield would be really good with this build. Because now I've lost my heavy machine gun. All right, Adjudicator, it's all up to you now. Where are these guys? There they are. Okay, let's get them. Come on. Oh. Now we got some issues. We got some issues now. Oof. Oh man, come on, come on. Where's my stuff? Over there? Let's get it. Ow. I need stamina back. There we go. There is my stuff. Really needed that guard dog. Okay. Guard dog can thin him out. Who is that? That's a tank. We'll deal with him. Easy day. There we go. It does feel good now that the recoil isn't terrible. I can actually aim with it. It's like the gun is just like going back and forth. It's kind of a fun little you know, little ergonomics there. Okay. See, I've never seen any streamer use guard dog versus bots. Yeah. We got the damage buff, so we're definitely testing some things out here. We'll ignore these guys. Ooh, here we go. This will be good. Let's see how many shots it takes. All right. There we go. About 3/4 of the mag. But that helps. Okay. Let's do this.
Mag's empty.
All right, still maybe not my first choice. Look how accurate that guard dog is. I will say that the guard dog rover.
Say hello to democracy.
There we go. Just slings that laser around. Okay, you know what? You want this? Just a few taps. Oof. All right. So much smoke, I can't see it. There we go. All right. Now the game's getting all dark and everything. All right, so let's just do this. There we go. Easy day. All right. Since I can't see anything, the shades are coming off. What is that? Autocannon? That would arguably be a buff. Okay, well, we just need to hit this. Shades are coming off, everybody. Oof. Definitely need this. All right, now that I can see. Oof. I thought he was down. I really thought he was down. Okay. All right, ammo couldn't come sooner. Here we go. Guard dog's got ammo. I got ammo. We're good. That's a problem. Oh, that would have been fun. Look how quickly it just takes it down.
Mag's empty.
Now the mag is empty. All right. Guard dog Rover, I need you. Okay. Here we go. Oof, something else hit me. Oh, that guy. Let's deal with him. Oof, that was a bad idea. Just struggling. Okay.
Sweet liberty, my leg.
Stupid berserkers. Wow. Okay. Can I get up on this? Thank you. Jeez. All right. Good job, Rover. The Rover did all the work. That was pretty abysmal display. All right, let's do this. All right. Yeah, the Rover's freaking awesome. Okay. You know, soloing automatons is not exactly what I would say. Well, I mean, I am on level 6, so it's not that bad, right? It'd be far worse. I was level 9. Okay. This will help. Probably one of my favorite objectives to take.
Dropping a pin.
All right, let's try to actually win here. Which means I should probably reload my weapons on. This takes 5 seconds. I've timed it, which is abysmal against the Terminants. There are too many machine gun options. But don't see me, don't see me. To use against the Terminids, there's no reason to try and bring the heavy machine gun against it, especially with how limited ammunition it has. Like this is, as you could see, I mean, you just a few, like a second, you know, worse of like a burst of rounds from it. It just rips these guys apart. Aw, he got it off anyways. I should have known. That's okay. I'm pretty sure my SAM site will take care of it.
Something.
You gonna take care of it? Didn't. Oh, they dropped him off over here? Yeah, I took care of it. Well, that's good.
What injury?
Let's see. We have to make our way over there. Ooh, vents. Oh, jeez. That's a lot. Wish I had the spear.
30 minutes remaining.
Okay. Is that close enough?
Orbital strike incoming.
It's the worst when you throw them and you were just too short. All right, round 2, guys.
For prosperity.
Oh, the stupid backpack. I knew the second I saw that in my screen, I was done. Oh, that was a bad place to land, wasn't it?
Joining the fray.
I mean, it's not terrible. I'll take that. Get him. All right, let's see here. We could mess this base up. I don't want to reload because you can still do a lot of work with half a mag with this heavy machine gun here. What I want to do is angle this to take out all three of these things. Let's do that. Come on, work. It was already smoking from those small bursts right there. Oh, geez. Eagle 1, you missed the big one. He doesn't know where I'm at. Hopefully I'm not running into a mine like that. Jeez. Oh, come on. Oh, I am so dead. Totally dead. There's no way. Okay, yeah.
Ready to liberate.
Great. So this is, I can get my stuff somewhere else. I don't have to pick this one up. Yeah, I'm disengaging from this mess. Dude, you gotta get out of there. Oh, we got the eye. This is definitely not gonna help.
Hot outpost spotted.
Don't have that, so let's do this.
Sending down equipment package.
Ah.
Sending down support weapon.
Ooh. They are coming all right. Just a little bit longer here. I could do something about you. If I could aim. Come on.
Not today.
Not today. Get out of here. Run. Oh, man. Dude. Okay. Maybe what I need is some kind of shield with this.
Joining the fray.
Well, now I have to take that stuff back. Come on. It's so much more difficult to aim those shots when you don't have a shield. Okay. All right. Oh, what was that? What was that?
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
I'm gonna land right on this thing. I
Ready to
think it's safe to
liberate.
say I'm probably not gonna make it to this mission here. Yeah. Oh, that was pretty quick and easy. Did a good job. Okay, I got a tank right there. Just deal with that. Where is my stuff? I have stuff right here, apparently.
North. Close.
There it is.
Mag's empty.
Okay. It's usable, guys. Still not a fan of how few shots you get with it. Let's see. I guess we're all the way here now. Let's hit this.
Southwest. 100
How many
meters.
reinforcements? 0 reinforcements. By shooting the Devastator's legs, those are classified as light armor and have low hit points. Drexel 15. Is it Drexel? Well, I appreciate that. I'm going to try that. Next Devastator. Getting the leg shot. The leg shot treatment.
Found something.
Very nice tip. You know, there's no reason. That might be amazing. Now that I'm thinking about it, that could be exactly what I'm doing wrong. Let's see. There we go. Got the launch codes, everybody. Let's see here. Mission is progressing.
East, 300 meters.
Okay. Reactivate power generator. Oh, shoot. Ooh. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. Jeez. Saw the backpack and just freaking dove. Oh, someone did it, didn't they? All right, we're getting out of here. Oh, my rover was taking a nap. Okay. Just gonna get out of Dodge with this one. Oh, but that's such a good opportunity. All right, I'm gonna thin him out with this. Whoever's left standing, we're gonna shoot their legs out. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, all right. Yeah, see, the rover's not doing anything. It's just wasting my ammo. Oh, that worked much easier. Hey, Drexel. That was awesome. Okay, all right. We're learning how to use this weapon now. Well, shoot, I wonder if I should do that with the heavy machine gun. All right, so if we fire this weapon, that thing's turning around, and I really want to sneak in there. We need to get rid of it. Where's that patrol going? Okay, I have no idea. They might be coming right on top of us. All right. RPM's turned up. Oh, it's not even turned up all the way. No wonder. Get away from me. All right, guys, we're gonna take this guy out without having to waste a rail cannon strike. Snap. Snap, he's not gonna like this. Okay, I think I get it from here pretty quickly. I think we're gonna have to. Am I not hitting it? Oh gosh. Close. Don't hit me. Is it done? It's done. Okay, good. Now we got everything else on top of us. Right, Rover. Rover's good. He's got ammo. Oh, there's a tank.
Last reload.
Oh, shoot. Come on. I gotta reload all over again, don't I? Rover, I need you to do something about this. Dude. Rover, he was right there. You have one job. Okay. Right. Now we can reload. Oh, there we go. Hey, didn't have to start the reload over all over again.
Bag's empty.
What do I have here? Well, I was going. Oh, here we go. Let's just do that. And then get out of here. This is not an objective worth dying for, everybody. Well, that's dead end. What I need is to get to a safe place and get some more ammunition and stems. And Rover's not doing his job. Ooh. 18 minutes. I can say soundly this mission is not going well. Come on. I appreciate you waiting. Ooh. Accurate. Let's see here. Nope, hit the wrong button there. Might as well just take all of it. Okay, I think we're good on everything. We need to hit this objective and very, very quickly.
Dropping a pinch. South. 100 meters.
We're just gonna go straight there. Ooh. Where's my ballistic shield? I miss it.
Sub-objective nearby.
Here we go. Okay. Let's even the odds here. Can this work on that? Maybe not. Just switch to a different weapon.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Okay. Got this right here.
Democracy has landed.
All right, stuff. Beautiful stuff. Not the weapon I meant to use. All right. Well, start this computer up. Nothing like the present. Some more ammo in the corner. I should be fine with that. Okay. Yeah. Let's top off here. Okay. Any medic supplies? The answer is no. Ooh. There we go. Well, that's probably going to get their attention. I guess not. They're not moving in. I will set this nuke off. They're not stopping me from that. Let's explore a little bit. Let me get some samples or medical supplies. Anything. Just ammo. All right. This thing now, right? That's it. Now they got a patrol coming. I could always move. I should probably move this way, but I think we're gonna juke them this way. They'll never expect it. Don't jinx yourself. That's very true. Oh geez, I thought that was a factory strider for a second. What happened to that guy?
Have a taste of democracy.
A loser. All right. I want to run right into the base, and there's clearly something on the other side of this rock. Shooting at the feet. Yes! Much better strategy. Dude, Drexel, if I get through this mission, if we can set the nuke off, my extraction is optional, but if we can set this nuke off, you are the reason it happened. Let all of Super Earth know that. Let's see here.
Northwest, 200 meters.
Go. Okay. All right. Muscle enhancement would have been nice to bring. You're welcome. I believe in giving credit where credit is due. Okay. There's some guys over there. Can chew on that. Thank you. It's not going to be super samples on this difficulty, so I'm not going to bother checking that place. All right, we got 13 minutes. Oof. Okay. No, I need. It might feel like a waste. You know what? I'll call it in when we get there. I need more stems. You could thread the needle in these two patrols here. Move. Here we are. See, I mean, so supposedly there's more patrols now. I honestly don't feel the difference, though. Oh, well, thank you, friend. There we go.
Deploying equipment package.
Let's take these guys out.
Mag's empty!
Okay. Help. Let's see. 2, 1, 3, 6, and 9. Oh, geez, that's right. Oh, shoot. I'm so used to always having friends that can do that part for me. Oh, wow. That, Not gonna lie. I didn't see a tank there. I still have no idea where that thing is.
Joining the fray.
Oh, jeez. I haven't the slightest clue. Where is it? Where is it? It said a tank shot me. Oh boy. We're in trouble. Here we go. That'll help. Oh shoot. Get out of here. Oh nice. Jeez, Rover for the headshot. Look at this guy. Look at this punk. He had no idea I was just going to charge him like this. Oh, shoot. Ah! Come on, come on. I don't have the RPMs up all the way. Jeez, that is difficult to hit him in the face. Okay, there we go. Oh, I appreciate you waiting your turn. Okay. Oh, there's the tank. All right.
Firing orbital strike.
Oh. I appreciate them waiting their turn. There we go.
10 minutes remaining.
10 minutes, easy day. This nuke is almost launched. All right.
Additional reinforcement funding approved.
Thank you kindly. There we go. I have 5 seconds. I have 5 seconds. Ooh. Okay, Rover, you really blew my cover on this. We need to fix this. Oh no, it's fixed. Okay. I guess that's everyone. Okay, I got ammo right here. They're talking over there. It's fine. Where's my ammo at? Had ammo here. I have an obsession in these games. Like, I can't stand not having a full mag. So if I can, I'm just gonna top everything off. E4. Easy day. I don't see any patrols. Well, there we go. All that democracy right there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm really, the gun is fun. It's definitely usable. I recommend you guys giving it a try. It's, limited ammo is kind of, oh shoot, I gotta run. It's limited ammo is kind of a bummer, but, you know, it's, medium armor penetration, so shooting the legs off of Devastators seems to work pretty well. Yes. Okay. I should probably get the heck out of here. Where am I going? Ooh, I was already going the right direction. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Oof, oof. Something good, not good is over there. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. No, not my arm. Oh, shoot, not my life. Okay, all right. It's not worth getting. Okay, I'm just going. We'll fight them at the extraction. Guard Dog Rover, he's low on ammo. Let's see here. For managed, yes, for managed democracy indeed. Oh, shoot. See, look at that. I could even just use it to spray down enemies who are just charging me. And, I mean, it works. I would say this, for the Adjudicator, for something that is, medium armor penetration, the fact that it can be used in a wide variety of situations. I don't think I did it in this match, but previously I turned the scope up all the way and zoomed in on a rocket pod. I think maybe I did it once here. And was able to snipe one out that was shooting at my friends. It was pretty far away. Shoot. I thought it was someone else shooting at. Look at that. It's not nothing. Oh, shoot. Ah! Not like this. Okay. It was rough. Man, that heavy machine gun gets so unwieldy when you hold it down. Ah. Well, they got a ton of guys out there. Let's do this. I don't know what he's doing. Dude, Rover, you're stressing me out. Like, pick a spot to be. Oh, shoot. Okay, all right. Oh, he's got it on him. Oh, shoot. No, oh. I didn't die from the fire damage. 15% reduction helped. Oh, here we go. You and me. Oh, look at that. When I used it correctly, it works pretty good. Here, let's use it on the rest of these fools. Okay, this is a bad idea. All right. Don't leave me, Pelican One. Where are you? 1 minute? Yeah, I'm not holding that spot anymore. Keep going, keep going. How about this?
Mag's empty.
Oh, no, we're not doing that right now. Get back over here, Rover. Get your ammo.
Mag's empty.
Shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. All right. I got another life, though, right? Yes.
Reinforcements have been launched.
Don't leave Pelican 1.
Reporting to the front.
Yeah. 30 seconds. Without my stuff. No shield. Everything dropping in on me. It's not looking good. Hulk over there. It's alright. We launched the nuke, everyone. We're just gonna do the 5 Ds of dodgeball until the shuttle arrives. Okay, alright. This is working. Whoa. Rover, I need you.
Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown.
What is falling out of the sky? Oh, shoot. No, this isn't gonna work. No, there was a sample there. Come on, no! Not like this! Oh my gosh! Yeah, thank you kindly, Drexel. Appreciate that. Have I tried the Diligence Counter Sniper yet? I have not. And you know what? What is the time? 5:02? You know what? I've got the time. Yeah, barely made it. That was a very close call. But I did at least prove that on level 6 difficulty, you can solo an automaton mission with just the adjudicator and the heavy machine gun. Well, not just those things. Rover came in clutch as well. All right. I like it.
Additional reinforcement funding approved.
Okay, let's see. You know what? Probably gonna wrap it up right there, but I'm definitely gonna try out that Diligence Counter Sniper. I hear it's really good now. Let's see, let me find it real quick. Because I believe, yeah. So just the fact they improved the ergonomics on it, because it was as a heavier sniper rifle, I think that it was a bit unwieldy for people, since they made it easier for you to actually aim and hit stuff. Yeah, I hear it's pretty dope. So yeah, and Julian over there, counter sniper is great. I gotta try it. Be an interesting loadout. You know, I'd like to try it when you're part of a team. That way you can actually use the sniper rifle against things that are far away and everything isn't on top of you. So oh yeah, they buffed it. Let's see here. Let me find that real quick. Let's see. Bring this up. Yeah, I went over it earlier, but here, let me read you the exact thing there. So Diligence Counter Sniper. Damage is increased from 128 to 140, and the ergonomics were improved, meaning that it's easier to aim and shoot, essentially. So it does more damage, and you should be able to actually land your shots better. Its handling used to be worse than the AMR. Oof. Yeah, you know, for something that yeah, it doesn't hit as hard as the AMR, that's pretty terrible. But yeah, glad they fixed it. Looking forward to the patch fix that should be coming this week. I'm looking forward to creating and or finishing the heavy machine gun guide. I still haven't quite fine-tuned the strategy with it yet, but I'm getting closer, and once I get there, I'll put the whole thing together for you guys. We'll put a get good guide out for that and show you guys some good viable tactics with the heavy machine gun. It definitely feels a bit niche and requires a little bit of yeah, figure out the right tactics to use it in, because just using it in any situation, the second it's depleted, you know, it's used up. You know, you got to get out of a fight before you can start using it again. So, but I mean, it can tear through things pretty quickly. That Hulk went down really fast when I was actually hitting it. So earlier I said may have to aim right below or above. I forget what I said, but apparently I was wrong. So yeah, that time it was just aiming directly at it. So maybe it was depending on the angle of the hill I was on or something. Anyways, with that said, hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I think next time, I think the quality is a bit low when I put it on ultra low quality, so the reaction times are higher. But I think it kind of messes up makes everything seem a bit blurry. So I'll just put on low instead of ultra low. Means that the responses come a little bit later, but that'll be fine. As long as it gets a better picture of what's going on the screen. So anyways, with that said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Appreciate you guys stopping by. And when there's more updates and news, I'll update you guys on a fun little live stream. And then outside of that, just keep making some more guides on these weapons. We'll just keep having fun. That's what it's all about. So with that said, I will catch you guys later. Let's see here. I gotta be able to hit the button. Cool. All right, signing off.